Ikorodu Station.
The time is 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Olajumoke Omotosho with Ebenezer 3 in the news. Ondo residents in shock over death of Governor Akeredolu as condolences pour in on Akeredolu and former House of Reps demise. Can condemn terrorist attack on communities in Plateau State.
This is the news.
Stakeholders and the people of Akure, Ondo State capital, are still in shock over the sudden death of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. The governor has been battling with his health for a long time before succumbing to the cold hands of death. In this report, Olasukomi Elujoba finds out from stakeholders and residents what the late governor will be remembered for. His report.
The mood in
Akure, the Ondo State capital, is pensive following the news of the death of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. The news of the governor's demise filtered in the early hours of Wednesday. The state government has officially announced the death of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu in a letter sent to President Bola Tinubu to officially inform him of his demise. The governor's office in Alagbaka and other government offices around it was deserted despite being the first working day after Christmas holidays. Only security agents were seen at the entrance of the governor's office, while few civil servants showed up as almost all the offices were under lock. The mood in the metropolis was tense as people seemed confused and expressed a shock over the development. People gathered in groups discussing the news. Vice Chairman Ifedore Central LCDA, Collins Awusheye, and Chairman Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ, Leke Adebute, described Governor Akeredolu's death as a rude shock.
It was very sad news. Personally, I felt so bad as a man I love. Truly, Ondo State has lost a great man. To be honest with you, he was a great man. He died, and definitely Ondo State will miss him. That's the fact, they will miss him.
His demise is a great loss for the people of Ondo State and in Nigeria.
What will the governor be remembered for?
Akiti will be remembered for his boldness, his fearless, and standing for justice everywhere in this country and beyond this country. You know what he stood for when he was alive. Was a very good fearless man who fought for the people of insecurity. When we find the he doesn't pretend. He doesn't pretend. And like very bold. And those are the attributes I see in him.
The states has lost a real personality.
Personally, I was shocked to hear a brave man to be a man of his words. In fact, I don't know if you've been having governors in this state. That was a special man. So, what I will say is that the God just grant him eternal rest. He has tried his best for us. And we will greatly bless him.
The late governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has had to his health. He has on several occasions proceeded on medical leave to attend to his health. His health deteriorated prior to the 2023 general election as the disease he was battling took toll on his physical appearance. He returned from his long medical leave in January to his residence in Ibadan to the delight of the people who thought he has gotten better. His return in September was overshadowed by the impeachment move against the deputy governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa. After a series of interventions by President Bola Tinubu, normalcy returned to the political space in the state, and the late governor went back on medical leave. He never returned alive. The state government said the late Governor Akeredolu succumbed to complications arising from protracted prostate cancer. Acting Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa is expected to be sworn in as governor by 4 p.m. today. Olasukomi, Ilujoba, FM News.
Condolences have continued to trip in over Governor Akeredolu and former Speaker of the House of Representatives' demise. This comes as President Bola Tinubu mourned Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Tinubu described Akeredolu as a man who moved the nation towards equity, fairness, and justice, and a strident advocacy against every form of injustice. He said Akeredolu was a strong voice in wilderness, calling us to rethink our security architecture so we can have a more secure nation. President Tinubu noted that his unrelenting advocacy led to the death of the local police in the southwest. He said Akeredolu's death is a blow to a governing APC and the progressive family as we are diminished by it. Tinubu therefore sympathized with the people of Ondo State, saying he will honor Rotimi's memory and make sure his legacy of service is never forgotten. Ekiti State Governor Abiodun Oyebamiji expressed his condolences on the death of his Ondo State counterpart. He described the death of Akeredolu as a monumental loss to the Yoruba nation and the country at large. The governor identified with the government and people of Ondo State at this critical period of mourning of the chief executive of the Sunshine State, said his administration and the entire people of Ekiti State. Oyebamiji regretted that Akeredolu's death has robbed the country of a committed statesman who was interested in and was irrevocably committed to the development of the state and the country. He noted that Akeredolu's death is also a painful loss to the Southwest Governors Forum and the Southern Governors Forum, both of which should exist chaired and use this platform to enrich governance and standard of living of citizens. Also, Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has described the death of his Ondo State counterpart Rotimi Akeredolu as tragic. Abiodun described Akeredolu as a dogged fighter throughout his lifetime. He said Akeredolu was a visionary leader with an unwavering dedication to his people and social justice. Similarly, Governor of Kwara State Abdulrahman Abdulrazak mourned the death of his Ondo State counterpart. Abdulrazak, who is the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, described Akeredolu as an exceptional statesman who made indelible marks in the public service. Meanwhile, Ondo State Christian Association of Nigeria, Chairman of the Ondo State Christian Association of Nigeria, Reverend Father Hanslem Olugmowa, has expressed his condolences and described the death of Akeredolu as a colossal loss to the state and Nigeria as a whole. In a statement, Father Olugmowa expresses shock to have received the sudden news of the death of the governor. He described Governor Akeredolu as a great fighter for democracy, a dedicated and loving father of all. The chairman affirms that Akeredolu is well noted for his firmness in decision-making, has been usually called Mr. Talk and Do Governor. He also identified various infrastructural developments his administration embarked upon, ranging from roads, buildings, and other social development across the states. You're listening to the News 3 on 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilaramoki. After the break, Khan condemns Saris attack on communities in Plateau State. Details in the second part of the bulletin. Please join us again.
College of Nursing Sciences is now in Akure. We are pleased to announce that the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria has approved the establishment of Achievers College of Nursing Sciences, situated at Kilometer 2, Ado Oyo Road, Itapu Housing Estate, Akure, Ondo State. The college is an affiliate of Achievers University of Ondo State. Now invites applications from qualified candidates for the 2023-2024 academic session revision. Candidates must possess at least 5 level credits in English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology in not more than 2 6. They must have obtained a minimum score of 150 at the 2023 UCLE with the same correct subject combination. Interested applicants can obtain application forms from the registry of the college at Akure at a cost of 10,000 naira. Screening of applicants holds daily, Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. at Achievers College of Nursing Sciences, Kilometer 2, Adeowo Road, Itapu Housing Estate, Akure, Ondo State. Call 078-826-4197, 888-952. Chivita. Enjoy your Chivita this season. Enjoy your Chivita.
Glad to have you back. For news updates and live streaming, visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on the social media platforms www.facebook.com/Adaba FM 889 on Facebook, at Adaba 889 FM on Instagram and on X, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. Now the rest of the bulletin. Former Speaker of the House of Representatives Gali Umar Nahaba also died in the early hours of Wednesday in Abuja. He died at age 65 after battling with a prolonged illness. A brother to the deceased, Ahmed Umar Nahaba, confirmed this to newsmen. Nahaba represented Kano Municipal Federal Constituency of Kano State in 1999. The late Gali Nahaba's funeral arrangement is said to adhere to Islamic rites, with plans for his interment in Abuja. Meanwhile, Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has expressed deep sadness at the death of a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Gali Umar Nahaba. Nahaba described as a true Democrat. In a condolence message, Akpabio says it is saddening for the nation to lose Nahaba at this time in its history. Also, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, has expressed sadness over the demise of the former Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Gali Umar Nahaba. Speaker Abbas said the late ex-Speaker was a dedicated, committed, and patriotic Nigerian who served his fatherland with zeal. Abbas also expressed sadness over the death of Governor Akeredolu, describing his demise as a painful loss. He described Akeredolu's death as a big blow to All Progressives Congress family. Similarly, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, commiserated with the family of the Fourth Republic Speaker of the House. Dogara described the late politician as a rare gem and a leader like no other. He lauded Nahaba for his role in defense of democracy while holding sway as a Speaker of the House of Representatives, while the National Chairman of All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has expressed his condolences to the family of the late former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Gali Umar Nahaba. Ganduje described Nahaba as a thoroughbred politician and legislator who meant well for the country. President Bola Tinubu has called for collaborations between the federal and sub-national government to foster rapid infrastructural development in every part of the nation. Tinubu stated this at a meeting with the Nigeria Governors Forum (NGF) at his Lagos residence on Tuesday. He told the governors that the federal and state government have the joint responsibility to ensure peace and stability in Nigeria. President Tinubu, however, reiterated his condemnation of the latest killings in Plateau State. President Tinubu issued a stern directive to security agencies to halt the carnage in Plateau State and intensify the pursuit of those responsible for the recent tragic event in Bokos and Bekin-Ladi local government areas. In his address, Chairman of Nigeria's Forum (NGF) and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak reaffirmed state government support for the bold decisions and reforms initiated by President Tinubu's administration.
The future is bright for Nigeria. Thanks to this station, the state together express for peace and progress in Nigeria.
That was Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum (NGF) Abdulrahman Abdulrazak speaking there. Meanwhile, the Press Association of Nigeria in the 19 northern states has condemned terrorist attack on communities in Bekin-Ladi, Bokos, and Mangu local government areas of Plateau State, which claimed no fewer than 160 lives. The report hazarded that at least 221 houses were said to have been razed by the hoodlums in the attack. In a statement in Kaduna, the Northern Can Secretary Sunday Oibe hopes that the renewed attack wouldn't be swept under the carpet like previous ones. He urges President Bola Tinubu not to allow Plateau or any part of the country to be an ungovernable territory under his administration. And on sports, Super Falcons forward Aziza Toshuala and a board member of the Nigeria Football Federation, Aisha Falude, has urged stakeholders in the private and public sectors to invest more in Nigeria's women's football in order to accelerate its development. The reigning African football queen and the former Nigeria Women's Football League boss made this call during the final of the 8th Football for Girls tournament organized annually by the footballer. After breaking out in 2014, Oshoala began the tournament in 2015 and has produced Falcons players Rashida Tajibadi and Gift Monday. NFF board member Falude also commended to quality of football during the tournament and expressed hope in the future of the women's game. The former NWFL boss also lauded Oshoala for giving back to the younger generation. To end at the News at 3, Erica Popo top stories. Stakeholders and the people of Akure in the state capital are in shock over the sudden death of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Condolences have continued to troop in over Governor Akeredolu and former Speaker of the House of Representatives' demise. Authority Christian Association of Nigeria in the 19th member state has condemned terrorist attack on communities in Burkiladi, Bokos, and Bangu local government areas of Plateau State, which claimed no fewer than 160 lives. That's at the News at 3, as edited by Adeyemi Lawal. I'm Olajumoke, or Motosho, saying good afternoon and thanks for listening.
Sometimes you find the news, and sometimes the news finds you.
Professionalism has